Hello everyone, welcome back in my class of CIS3146 Embedded Systems. This is part 3 of C programming language. We'll start this session by taking a quick look on the aim and objectives of week 2 session. So here you can see the aim which we already discussed, and in order to achieve this aim various objectives have been framed. So in all 6 objectives have been framed. So in part 1 we covered objective 1. We completed objective 1 in part number 1, and objective 2 and 3, these two we achieved in part 2 video lecture. In this session, that is in part 3, we are going to achieve objective number 4, that is this objective. So we'll start with C operators. So as far as C programming language is concerned, C is rich in built-in operators. So C supports a wide range of operators, and there are 4 main classes of operators. So operators are classified in 4 main categories, and the 4 categories are listed here: arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, and bitwise operator. So we are going to discuss all these 4 categories of operators supported in C programming language, and we'll see the examples for these operators. So how we will use these operators in C programming, we'll see with the help of examples. And you are going to use online compiler. I already explained how you will use online compiler to compile your program for these operators. So we'll start with the first operator, which is arithmetic operator. So here you can see I have listed various operators. First operator is arithmetic operator, where we can use plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulo division. So this is for the remainder. Then second operator is logical operator, where you can use AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator. Relational operator: less than, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than, equal to, not equal to. Assignment operator: this is single equal indicates assignment operator, where as if you are using 2 equals in C, it represents equal to, and single equal represents assignment operator. So if you are writing A is equal to 5, it means that you are assigning value 5 in a variable A. Then increment operator is represented by plus plus. Decrement operator is represented by 2 minus, minus minus. We use comma operator, conditional operator, question mark, and colon. Bitwise operator. So these all are bitwise operator, and a special operator is given in C programming language, which is called as size of operator, to know the size of a variable, and we can get the size according to the data type of that variable. Now before moving to the next slide, let me explain more on the operator. So operators are classified in 2 categories, better to say 3 categories. First one is unary operator, second is binary operator, and third is ternary operator. So what is unary operator? So operator, in this you will get only one operand. So what is operand? Like A plus plus, if you are using, so plus plus is your increment operator and A is your operand. So this A is operand and this plus plus is your operator. So increment operator is a unary operator. So this is your unary operator. Decrement operator is also a unary operator, whereas arithmetic operator like plus, if you are going to use plus, So you have to have two operands, like A plus B. So this is your first operand and this is your second operand. So arithmetic operators are binary operator. So in binary operator, you have to have two operand, that is A and B in this example. And the third operator is ternary operator. Like if you are using conditional operator, then you are going to use three operators. So like expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. So here this is your first operand, this is your second operand, and this is your third operand. So that is conditional operator is your ternary operator. So if you have only one operand with operator, unary operator. If two operand, binary operator. If three operand, then ternary operator. In the next slide, I have presented an example for binary arithmetic operator. So here you can see this example is given, and in this example what we are doing, we are going to perform sum of two numbers, and the numbers are float number. So here I am using header files. So these two files are my header files. Then I am using my int function, and this is one module, one function, or we call it module, one module. And in this module I am placing all my instructions represented in this box. As I explained in my previous video lecture, that if you are going to use variable, you need to declare the variable first. So here I am going to use three variables, that is A, B and C. So that is why I need to declare all my variables. So A is of float type, B is of float type, and C is of float type. So all A, B and C, all three variables are of float type. Then I am using a print statement. So this statement will get printed on the output screen, that is enter two numbers, you can see here. And then I want to accept number for A and number for B. So I will see the address of A and B. So this ampersand, this AND is known as ampersand operator, and if I am writing ampersand A, it means that address of A. Ampersand B means address of B. So plus this %f indicates floating type of value, %f indicates floating type of value. So scanf means accepting the value from the user. So if you want to accept the value from the user in C programming language, then we use scanf function. So %f floating point value, and this value I want to assign at the address of A. Next %f is for B. I am accepting another float value and I am assigning to B. And then here at line number 9, what I am doing, I am using an expression C is equal to A plus B. So what it will do, it will add value which is at the address of A and value at the address of B. So A and B I am adding at line number 9, and whatever value I will get, I am assigning using this assignment operator at the address of C, and then using this printf statement I am printing the value C, which will be again of floating type, because if I am adding a float number with the float number, then I will get a float number, and then return 0, because here the function is of integer type. So here the return type for this main function is of integer type, that is why return 0. When I will run this program, I will get this message first, because this is given here, a print statement is given here which says enter two numbers. So enter two numbers. Then using this line, that is scanf, I am accepting two integer number, 12 for A, this 12 for B. So this 12 will be assigned at the address of A. So A is equal to 12 and B is also equal to 12, because both A and B have value 12 and 12. When my control will reach to this statement, that is C is equal to A plus B, that is 12 plus 12. So it will give me 24, but here C is of float type, so that is why 24.0 0 0 0 we are getting because percent of f, and then this 24 will be assigned at the address of C, and then the program will terminate. Next we'll see relational operator. So C supports total 6 different relational operator: greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to. Here I have presented one example. So here you can see A has value 5, B has value 6, and then C, D, E, F and G all are of integer type. All these are variable, and I am performing certain expression I am executing here. So A is equal to, C is equal to A is greater than B, D is equal to A is less than B, E is equal to 4, not equal to 3, like that, and then simply using print statement to print the value of C, D, E and G. Here you can see C is equal to A is greater than B. A is 5 greater than 6. This is not true. So we will get 0 as an answer. So we will see the output. That is why 0 we are getting as an answer. A is less than B, that is 5 is less than 6. This is true. So we are getting 1. So like that we can get the result in 0 and 1. Now the conditional operator. So here you can see this is the syntax for using the conditional operator. We'll check the condition. If this condition is true, then true part will get printed. If this condition will be false, then false part will get printed. I have presented one example. In the main function, you can see I have written declare statement int A, B, C, D and max. So what I want to do, I want to find out the maximum of 3 number, and then I am accepting the maximum of 3 number. All number are of integer type. So %d, %d, %d. This %d is for A, the second %d is for the B, and third %d is for the C. Then I am checking the greater between A and B. So A is greater than B. If this is true, then A will be greater. If A is greater than B is true, then A will get printed. Otherwise, B will get printed. And then I am again running the conditional operator at line number 12, where in max we are storing the value C is greater than D, then C will be true, then C will get printed, and if not, then D will get printed, and then I am printing the value of maximum, that with A, B and C, and then finally returning the value of from 0. So here you can see I have taken the value 10, 15 and 9. So maximum of 10, 15 and 9 is 15. One more example is given here, and this is for 3 number, and here I have removed one condition which is given here in this, that is this I am removing. I am merging these two using one conditional statement, and I have given one challenge to you all for finding the maximum of 4 number by applying this type of logic, which is presented in this program. The next slide is for the logical operator. So C supports 3 different types of logical operator, that is AND operator, OR operator and NOT operator. For AND, if both the input will be 0, the output will be 0. That is, if any of the input will be 0, output will be 0. If both the input will be 1, then output will be 1. In case of OR, if any of the input will be 1, then the result will be true, that is 1. If 0, then 1. If 1, then 0. The next operator is increment and decrement operator. So this plus plus represents increment operator, minus minus represents decrement operator. And both these operators are unary operator. What this operator will do? Plus plus will increment the value to 1. Minus minus will reduce the value, that is decrement the value 1. Plus plus x means if the value is initially 10, then it will become 11. If the value is initially 10, then it will become 9 if you are using minus minus. C supports various types of bitwise operators. So these are the list of bitwise operator. In the tutorial session, you will implement various examples on bitwise operators. Next operator is size of operator, to find the size of the variable. So here int A, float B, float character C, D, and we are using size of operator to find out the size for A, B, C and D. That's all.